Biggest crust. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Are you
What
dancing?
happened to the music? I love the music.
I can put the music on for you, Ron.
I would love that. Hi, Charlie. Thanks
Oh,
for having me.
what a pleasure to have you here. It really is. I want to do this.
I'll
You
do
are-
this. I'm having some tea.
Me
O'clock.
too. Cheers. Me too. On one of my couples cakes.
That's
Well,
nice.
Before we
How
start,
are you?
I am very well, and I am going to give you a little introduction. So here we go. How sweet it is to have Mr. Rob Ben-Isreal on the show today. The Manolo Blahnik of wedding cakes heralds the New York Times, the cake maestro, the wizard and darling of the industry. As a former dancer, he fell in love with a chocolate maker while on tour in Canada and traded his ballet slippers for a whisk and a spatula. And he is now one of the world's finest couture cake designers in the world with his flagship store in Manhattan. Choreographing now in sugar, Ron has been featured consistently in magazines like Martha Stewart Weddings and Brides, and has been featured in books around the world, such as Vera Wang's Weddings Curtain Up. As a teacher and a TV star, I am so happy that Ron and the kitchen found each other, and together they have been making sweet music for over 20 years. So, curtain up to another Bluebell Talks, everybody. Please welcome the wonderfully talented and sugar flower master, Mr. Rob Ben-Isreal. Let's dance, Ron.
Tell me, Charlie, you have amazing skin, not one pore. What's the secret?
Wow.
Besides good genes.
Okay, there's a little filter. That's my little secret.
I didn't know you can apply a filter to Instagram Live.
Oh, yes, I will show you. I will show you, Ron.
Teach me.
But you look amazing, and I love your glasses.
Thank you. I did do a face mask.
You did?
That was commanded to me. I'm shooting a TV show now. I'm not in the kitchen.
Well, I was going to say, you're somewhere secret, aren't you? And can you tell us where you are and what you're doing? This is so exciting.
Yes, I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
And I love Canada. And it's a very long show for the Food Network. And today's my day off.
Fantastic.
And she sent me home with a moisturizing Japanese mask. I said, better apply it before Charlie gets me on the air. And that's why I'm so shiny, but it really worked. At least for the next 15 minutes, it worked.
Yeah, what is the face mask? Because it's glorious.
It's just a sheet mask, moisturizing. I bet it's not forever, but at least for now, I feel very youthful.
You do. You look amazing.
And you're both wearing glasses.
I know, because I like to see the comments, and I can't read them unless I have my glasses on. So, and I'm hoping that people will say some lovely things that I can ask you. Because
somebody said that I am handsome.
You are so handsome, saying.
Charlie, I have a stalker. I'm so proud. Finally, after all those years, I have a stalker who came on.
You have a stalker. I'm your stalker, Ron, because I am obsessed with your cakes. Totally obsessed with your cakes. You are a genius. And I want to get into all of that. But tell us, what's it like shooting a TV show during COVID?
Well, it's always a difficult and challenging time. And you don't show on the air when you get attacks of low self-esteem or everything that goes to every human being.
Yeah.
But with COVID, you have to be not only extra careful, we shoot everything 4 times because we are not allowed to be on the huge sets with a lot of other people.
Wow.
So you have to shoot as if you're talking to the contestants, but they're really in another room, and we watch them on a monitor and vice versa. And a lot of the things will be spliced later on the editing room.
Right.
And there's twice or 3 times a week we have to get tested in different groups to so that if there's any kind of problem, we'll be notified. I had to quarantine for 2 weeks, which I had the best time. I cooked every day, I delivered everything I wanted. But it's challenging, but it's very special because we are considered essential workers, providing work for hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And also people need entertainment.
Yep, they sure do. And as long as you're safe, and which sounds like you are, and I know the TV companies have really got it down, haven't they? The
But
safety.
there's no 100% safety anymore. In
No.
safe fair, you do, and the idea is to isolate if there's any kind of incident.
Yeah.
So contact tracing. I have to say the Canadian government is super responsible, and there's an app that one has to fill every day, and they trace you, and they
Wow.
really, Canadians like rules.
Yes, they do. They do. And
And
that's
for
why
me,
their
yeah,
prime minister is so good and has managed to keep the cases really low.
and handsome too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
He does
Yes.
yoga and fitness.
Yeah.
And the other
Justin.
thing I
Justin
noticed,
Thoreau, right? No,
yes,
what's his last name? Justin. No. Oh, that's the actor, Justin Thoreau. He's cute too, let me just say. But no, that the prime minister there is amazing. Are you allowed to say what show you're working on?
yeah, it's called The Big Bake.
The
And
Big
it's going to
Bake.
be shown in Canada and the United States. Usually it takes half a year to be fully. It's the second season, and it's super, super exciting. There's so much talent and amazing cakes. And I
Yeah.
feel that especially at this time, cakes are essential. I'm sure you have the same experience that now all our events are so small, if they even have events.
Yes.
We need to find ways to fill up the time and be productive.
Yes, the mini cakes and everything. Sorry, thank you everybody. Justin Trudeau. Yes, not Justin Bieber. Thank you very much.
We'll take them both.
Absolutely, we'll take them both. But yeah, and I know that you transitioned, you pivoted. I hate that word, pivoted. But you have your new RBI treats, which I think is genius.
So I wish I had some to show, but obviously I'm now far away from the kitchen, and my partner is baking today furiously because we're getting ready for Valentine's.
Yes,
But
Chef Tom.
I would love for people to visit our website, which is RBI Treats, RBI for Ron Ben-Isreal Treats, or just go to the regular website, weddingcakes.com, or on Instagram, RBI Treats. Everything with RBI. Easier.
Yes, good.
Spelled than
Good
Ben-Isreal.
branding. We'll also put like a little slide up for you as well as a thank you. We'll put it all up so everybody knows exactly where to go, and we'll put some
Charlie, you
pictures
have a
up.
whole team behind you, right? You have a producer, you have a cameraman, a lighting person. You're doing everything with one finger, right?
Me, my finger, and my lovely Courtney, who's calling in here, Courtney Chaffin. She does all my social media. The rest is me and my finger.
I know.
But
That's what happens when you're on your own boss.
Yeah,
You end up cleaning after the party.
Exactly. But I do anyway. I always stay to the end of my weddings, and I'm always the last person to leave and the first to arrive. But your branding for your RBI treats is so beautiful. All the little boxes, and you have like all these cookies in there or macaroons.
Right.
It's so beautiful.
We started just transporting everything on our bicycles in New York City.
I love that.
Then I thought maybe we can try to ship it, and we tested on friends and family. But most of our business now is shipping all over the country, which is challenging because the post office and FedEx and UPS have been always behind.
Oh.
Sometimes people get the treats the next day, and sometimes it takes a week or two.
Oh,
So we had to come up with treats that last at least 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. See, that's a lot of preparation that you've had to put into that, not only for the branding, but what will last.
But I was going crazy staying indoors. I had to go back to the kitchen. Plus, in the spring and summer, and even in the fall, we had smaller weddings. Not enough to keep us sustained, but together with the cookies, we all had to find ways to adjust. And it will take a while.
Yeah, we did. And your pivot was amazing. And do you ship internationally as well?
So not officially because of customs. It's very complicated. We did ship 140 packages as gifts for a corporation. Wow. For manufacturer of frosting and goods for cakes. So that was quite an experiment because some people got their goodies the next day in FedEx overnight. And some people, it took a month of fighting with customs.
Oh, customs.
So there's really no guarantee, and I would hate to take somebody's money and then disappoint them. Even the United States is difficult with shipping.
It is.
Everywhere around the world.
It's a nightmare.
if you
My
order
mom got her
this,
Christmas present last week, and I sent it in beginning of December. You know, it's just, you just don't know.
so we try to do our best, and of course, we are both in the business of pleasing people
We
and
are.
them celebrate. The worst thing for me is to promise something that I can't deliver.
Yes.
Most clients have been very happy, but I did have somebody scream at me on the phone that I
No.
ruined her Christmas.
Oh, Ron, that's terrible. I'm sorry. You're such a sweetheart, and I'm sure you
Oh,
took that really hurt you, I'm sure.
it does, but you just let them have the last word.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know,
sorry, Ron.
yeah, it happens.
Yeah. I'm sure you fixed it. I'm sure you made it right.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, you know, you look like the good fairy from Cinderella, but, but,
I'm your fairy godmother.
but sometimes I'm dying to allow myself to lose my temper and answer back. And the more you're in the business of catering and cakes and event planning, you
Yeah.
just learn to turn the other cheek.
You do. You just, I mean, you have to put your foot down sometimes, but you know, I always say treat people with kindness, with honey, with sugar. Sugar. You get so much more back from everybody, you know?
Isn't
So,
it better though with an accent? I think
yes.
people listen us more.
I know we can swear and yell and they don't realize that we are. But where are
We
you
speak
from,
in.
Ron? Where were you
I'm from
born?
Israel originally.
We born in Israel, yeah?
Yes, but people never rarely identify the accent. They'll think I'm Austrian, German, Brazilian, Norwegian, French.
Yeah.
So I just come when you call me.
Yeah, I know. I get that. I get I get Australian, New Zealand. I go, yep, I'm all of that. But when did you move to the US?
So it was over 30 years ago. But the first few years I was dancing and teaching and touring, and I had no direction of what to do afterwards. But I was nearing the age of 40. I was in my
Right.
late 30s and I needed to find a way to work. And I was always drawn to kitchens and baking. And I also went to art school. So
Ah,
one of my jobs in New York was to work on showrooms for China and style windows. And I would bring little cakes for lunchtime to the crew. And
yeah.
the designers had asked me if I could do some cakes to show off the China, and that's how it all started. Really, it was a path I never thought I'll take professionally. But then we did the windows for Mikimoto, the Japanese pearl store on Fifth Avenue,
Mm-hmm.
just across from a certain tower, which is gilded. We don't like to repeat the name.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Got it?
Mm-hmm. Got it.
So people would stop by and look at the cakes in the windows. There were display cakes that I made, not even out of frosting, out of plaster.
Wow.
And people would stop and ask to buy the cakes.
Amazing.
And then what happened about 20 years ago, when I really was in the beginning, Martha Stewart stopped by to look at the cakes and the pearls. And she called me and she asked me if I could work with her on a new magazine, the wedding magazine. And
Wow.
it started a great relationship, and she's really used me throughout until recently. So she also got me to be on TV with her, and I learned so much demonstrating next to her.
Yeah.
Because she's the world's greatest improviser. She can go on TV and just do it.
She's amazing. I love that she found you and she put you on the map,
Yeah.
Ron. And I went down a rabbit hole over the last week of researching you, and I found all these amazing videos, and I found the ones of you and Martha Stewart, and you were teaching her how to make your beautiful sugar petals
Yeah.
that you're famous for.
I'm
And
so glad you saw it. But here's the amazing thing. Everybody likes to make fun and talk. But the truth with Martha Stewart is she had tens and thousands of people, because every time she would have somebody on the show, it could be a manufacturer of coffee beans or somebody who weave rugs. She would mention them, and that is worth so much.
Wow.
And she likes chefs. She likes people who know what they're doing. And when you show her something, she would learn. And she always said, "Thank you for teaching me." So I learned from her to give credits to other people. When you use somebody else's recipe, acknowledge it. acknowledge all the vendors that work on our parties. I love seeing the flowers, the musicians, the waiters, the stationery, right?